Alright, so in this video we're actually going to do something. We're going to make a mod folder, and whenever you edit something or make something new, it's advised that you put it in a mod folder of your own to keep everything nice and neat. If you don't do that, let's say you just put files and data, and you want a new you want the tables to be different. You want weapons to fire twice as fast. So you put a table in data tables, and there's some weapons tables in here. That weapons table is going to work for every single mod that you play on FSO. So you play Blue Planet, it's gonna harpoons are gonna be double weapon speed if you double harpoons. If you play the main Freespace campaign, double fire rate. So you generally don't want that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own mod folder. We can do whatever we want, and every change that we make stays in that mod folder. It will only be in effect when we select that mod folder. So it's a very nice thing to do. I hope I've sold you on that. Alright, so the first step of making a mod folder is to actually make a folder. So if you right click in your file manager here, you click new folder. Let's call this our mod. So we've got our folder here, our mod, and it's empty. Now there are two necessary things that let's just say one necessary thing that needs to be in every mod folder, and that is a mod.ini. It basically tells the launcher, yes, this is a mod folder, and this is what we want to know. So let's get into a mod.ini. Now, what I suggest you do when you're making a new mod.ini is you copy over someone else's mod.ini. Blue Planet does some nice things, so let's copy their mod.ini. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to I'm going to right click. Why won't this work? Copy. Okay. I don't know why that didn't work. Alright. So I copy the folder into our mod. Okay, now there's a problem with this. It's all Blue Planet stuff in here. It says the mod name is Blue Planet. It's looking for a BP logo. So we're gonna go ahead and change all that. So let's call the mod our mod. Oh, by the way, you want to open this in Notepad. So the same thing that we did for tables and for missions. Right click and select default program Notepad. So this is a text file like many other things in Freespace Modding. So that's all an .ini file is. Alright, so we've got the mod name our mod, and it's looking for an image. Now what this image is this is what the launcher will display when you actually open up the mod folder in the launcher. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our own. There's three particular things that need to be true of every logo. I'm going to go ahead and save this. It has to be 255 width, it has to be 112 height, and it has to be a BMP file. So we resize this guy to 255, 112. Now this is by absolute size, by pixel size, and this is just a program paint.net. Oh my goodness. Okay, and let's just call this sucker a mod. So this is going to be our picture for our beautiful mod. Alright, so I'm going to save this guy, and I'm going to save him in our main Freespace 2 folder. So you see how relatively quickly I got to the folder in question. That's because I had it on the desktop. So I highly recommend, if you're making your own mod folder, that you actually put that on the desktop too. So I'm going to name this guy logo, and I'm going to make sure that it is in fact a BMP. Alright. So now I look into my mod. or our mod. I'm sorry, I didn't want to take any credit. Our mod, and I see we've got our logo, so I'm going to rename BP logo to just logo. So when the launcher opens this mod, it's going to look for a BMP file that's 255 width by 112 height, and it's named logo. So that's what all this is saying. That's what that line is. Info text. Something like that. It's just basically what info text is when you open it in the launcher, it describes what the mod is. So just do like a description. You fly in space and you fight things, whatever your mod's about. So website and forum are kind of there's things you can select in the launcher to get more information. You could put the Hardlight website on there. You could leave it blank. I'm going to leave it blank. These are the two most important things in any mod.ini. The primary list and the secondary list. Now, what this is, we're going to talk about order now. Files that are the same. They have the same name and they're in the same category. Like let's say there are two ships tables. Freespace Open needs to know which one of those to take. So I'm going to go over the order right now because this is really important. You want to make sure that the right files are actually accessed when you are opening your mod. Alright, so at the very bottom of the list, the last thing that will be picked, the lowest priority, are these whatever's in these files. Now, keep in mind, when we open this mod, those are the only files that are going to be in there, because that's sort of like the default. Those are just the main Freespace 2 files. But being in the root directory and being VPs, they have the lowest priority. Now, what has a higher priority than that? The things in your secondary list specified by your secondary list, the things in media VPs are going to have the second highest priority. And what's going to have a priority over that are VPs in your actual mod file. And what's going to have priority over that are things... Whoops, I'm in the wrong one here. What's going to have priority over that are if you create a folder and if you create data tables and there were tables in here, that would be above what's in your VP file in your mod file. So let me give you an example because I feel like I'm just being abstract here. Blue Planet has VP files and I'm in Blue Planet, right? Blue Planet has VP files. Because I like to mod, have created Blue Planet here. Let me just say, okay, I've created a mod and I've put tables in here. These tables will prioritize these VP files, right? You see, these will be read when this folder is opened. Okay, good. I've only got a minute left, so I want to make this quick. You are basically done. You're basically done. You can put VP files in your mod folder, and you can name new folders. Let me see here. Put your models in there. Put your maps in there. Right? All that. Same thing, because you've created the mod file. Okay, I've got 20 seconds here. I just want to say the primary list. Oh my goodness. Everything's going wrong. The primary list is usually blank. The primary list will take priority over your mod files. And that's all the time I have, so bye.